Parker Car Breaks is in the house. Haley Deegan fan and the Cardinals fan 1990. Man, you made your name bigger now, Cardinals fan. And Kevin's Card Collecting and more. All three chimed in at the very same time. So you all three so far get entries into the August drawing. So we'll see for a second here, see if anybody else chimes in at the same time frame, 10:16, but it looks like my computer says 10:17 now. So it looks like you three both, or all three, have entries into my August drawing. Let me get you all entered in here. Let me get Parker Car Breaks. Parker Car Breaks. I believe this is your first entry into the August drawing. And then, let's see, Cardinals fan. That makes for a very, very long channel name now. Takes up almost a whole line all by itself for the channel name. But let me get that in there. Right. Haley Deegan fan and period Cardinals fan 1990 got your entry in there. And now let me get Kevin's Card Collecting and more. Get you also into my Wheel of Names for the month of August. All right. Collecting and more. Go ahead and save my Wheel of Names here. Oops, no. That was kind of silly. I'll let it finish. I pushed the wrong button and it spun the wheel, but that's okay. I will just choose not to eliminate anybody. Just close. Save. I wanted to save the file, not spin the wheel. Alright, so we are good to go there. Got that set. You get back in the live chat. Haley Deegan fan and Cardinals fan with a $2 super chat. That gives you 2 more entries there, Haley. Thanks for doing that. That was not necessary, but do appreciate it nonetheless. It does get you 2 bonus entries into the August drawing. Let me add those 2 additional entries in here. There we go. Got Haley Deegan in there for 2 more entries for August. We still do have about a week to go on that. We do have 1 more week to go. The entries will end on this coming Saturday, the 29th, because the 31st, the last day of the month, is on my scheduled day off. So we will have the drawing this coming Saturday for the August drawing, so it will be early. And if by chance you are a Patreon member on my channel, I will send your Patreon package along with your prize winning. But if you're not, that is fine too. All right, so let me sorry, I'm just mixing up the wheel a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and we'll get back into our content. Haley Deegan is 10 times the driver that Danica was. That's for sure. All right. I don't know if that has something to do with NASCAR or what for sure, but I'll leave that there. Maria Cervantes, how are you doing, Maria? Thanks for popping into the stream here. Don't know if I've seen you before, but thanks for popping in for our content for today on my live stream. Maria Cervantes. How's it going? I am doing pretty good, Maria. Thanks for popping into our stream. We do a lot of baseball history in my live streams, in case you're wondering what's going on here. And let me go over in the 9 minutes I have. I am a NASCAR fan also. Okay, I've been here once. It's been a while because I've been with family. Oh, no problem there, Maria. Thanks for popping back here. If I'm pretty sure, most likely, I'm probably on your channel as far as hopping on board your bus. That's what we say on our channel here. But if not, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But I'm pretty sure I am on your bus. But just to make sure, if you don't know for sure or not if I am, just go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe one of my short videos on my channel, and I will be sure when I see your comment to just double check and make sure that I am on board your bus. But I will always do that if somebody visits my channel, likes, comments, and subscribes the way YouTube wants it to be done. I will visit your channel also, okay? Thanks for being here, Maria. Kevin says, Haley is an upcoming NASCAR driver. She has a real talent. She isn't just for show. She can drive a race car. That is very cool. Oh, okay, so Cardinals fan is a Haley Deegan fan and a Cardinals fan. Now I understand why the channel name has been changed like that there, Cardinals fan. Okay, you definitely are on my bus. I would say almost most likely then, if we've already gone through the process there, Maria, I'm sure I am on your bus too. But thanks for popping into the stream. I really do appreciate that. We've got 7 people watching and 5 thumbs up, thummies up, thummies up, thummies up for me. It's always nice to get to that first level where you get at least 10 thumbs up, and then YouTube starts thinking, okay, let me share this channel out. But real quick, before we do get started here, I'm going to go over what's going to take place on the channel. Of course, you can see by the title, we are going to be doing a player biography for Cal Ripken Jr. He is my second most popular person that I PC. It's Ken Griffey Jr. is my big PC personal collection, the player that I collect the most of. And then next behind Ken Griffey Jr. is Cal Ripken Jr. The reason I'm doing Cal Ripken Jr.'s biography today was yesterday Cal Ripken Jr. celebrated his 60th birthday. So in line with that, I'm going to go through and highlight some of my nicer cards, for the most part, that I have in my Cal Ripken Jr. collection. I do have his 3 rookie cards. His tops traded, and I'll explain that one when we get to that in just a second. But I'm going to go over what the order of precedence. So we're going to do his biography. We will have a family mail call package from Ethan's Elvis Covers and More from his channel. All right, so we'll be opening up the family mail call package after we go over Cal Ripken Jr.'s biography for today. Let me set this aside. And then also we will be doing, I've pretty much decided as long as we have 10 people in the stream at the end, we'll definitely do this one here. You know what's really cool is that one of my favorite candy bars, which is the Babe Ruth chocolate bar, is named after the baseball player himself. Yes, indeed there, Maria. You are very correct there. And the Babe Ruth candy bar is named after Babe Ruth, the baseball player. That is good. And one of these days I'll be going over the baseball biography for Babe Ruth, and I'm sure that will be discussed in there along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. If we get to 10 viewers at the end of the stream, we'll open up this blaster box. When we're done with the biography for Cal Ripken Jr. and for the family mail call package. If we get finished those through and we still have 10 people watching, we'll open up that blaster box. That's why it's kind of like the question mark on the end there after the family mail call, if we open up anything else. But so in order for Donald to root for someone, they have to be a junior. Laugh out loud. Still looking for Ichiro Jr. and Edgar Martinez Jr. cards. Just kidding. Kevin, I can always count on you for interjecting the humor in the channel. But yes, that is, well, you have to kind of know a little bit of a background about me too. My name is Donald L. Blomdahl Jr., so I am also a junior. I guess that's why I like collecting juniors. But I don't collect all juniors, at least not as of yet. You have so many juniors out there now. You got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., you got Fernando Tatis Jr., so there are numerous juniors that I could add to my junior collecting. But I just want to center on Cal Ripken Jr. and Ken Griffey Jr. Since they were kind of like from my era growing up for the most part. Cal Ripken Jr. is closer to my age. I'm only 2 years older than Cal Ripken Jr. And then Ken Griffey Jr., of course, I pretty much started following him when I was stationed overseas in Japan. He started playing for, of course, the Mariners in 1989. And in 1989, I had left in December of 1989, right after his first year in the majors, and had to follow him from Japan when I was stationed in Japan in the military. So that's pretty much what took place there. So yeah, I'm going to go through probably when I finish with his biography, since we got about 2 more minutes. But I do have some cards lined up behind here that I'll go over. These are his 3 main rookies. This is his tops traded. It's not a normal card, but I'll show you that when we get to highlighting some of the cards. And these are the different PSA slab cards that I do have of Cal Ripken Jr. This is his American League Most Valuable Player card. I do have a couple of relic cards. I don't believe I really have. I thought I did. I think I've got some more of his other cards somewhere hidden away, because I'm pretty sure I do have a Cal Ripken Jr. autograph card, but I don't know where it was at the moment. And kind of threw this together last minute last night, gathered up some of my more prominent cards that I have. This is, I'll show you these when we get to that too. This one here, of course, is a different one. This is a Jose Valentin. This is a Jose Valentin card, but it is a little bit different in that Cal Ripken Jr. is in the card. This is a big league card from, trying to see the year on the back here. But this is a Joe Valentin card from 1997. So I'm pretty sure that's a 1997 baseball card. But we'll go over all this stuff at the end here after I do my... Should I spoil the secret on who Ripken was inducted into the Hall of Fame with? I'm pretty sure some people might know that, but I know for sure. And I know that certain someone happens to be somebody that Kevin PCs. So those that know Kevin's card collecting and more, I'm sure they would probably know too. But we do have 10:30, so without further ado, I am going to get into Cal Ripken Jr.'s biography here. Let me do one thing real quick here. I'm going to do a refresh on the chat so I know where I left off. And then we will get into Cal Ripken Jr.'s biography for today's lesson. All right, so let's see. Is Kevin going to tell us? Or is Kevin going to share it with the chat? Or what? We will see momentarily here. So it is 10:31 now, so I'm going to get into going through Cal Ripken Jr.'s biography, and then we will continue on through with everything else that I have going on today. All right, so Cal Ripken Jr., Calvin Edwin Ripken Jr., Tony Gwynn, of course. That's one thing that me and Kevin have in common. And of course, Tony Gwynn would have turned 60. He's pretty much was the same age of Cal Ripken Jr. But of course, we lost Tony Gwynn at a young age. But one of these days, I'll go through, and I can't remember if I did Tony Gwynn's biography or not, but down the road, Kevin, I will be doing Tony Gwynn. I am almost positive. So Calvin Edwin Ripken, born August 24th, 1960, which was yesterday, and he is nicknamed the Iron Man, is an American former baseball shortstop and third baseman who played 21 seasons in Major League Baseball for the Baltimore Orioles from 1981 through 2001. One of his position's most offensively productive players. Ripken compiled a 3,184 hits, 431 home runs, and 1,695 runs batted in during his career, and won the 2 Gold Glove awards for his defense. He was a 19-time All-Star and was twice named the American League Most Valuable Player. Ripken holds the record for consecutive games played at 2,632, surpassing Lou Gehrig's streak of 2,130 that stood for 56 years and that many deemed unbreakable. In 2007, he was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility with 98.53% of the votes, the sixth highest election percentage ever. Born in Maryland, Ripken grew up traveling around the United States as his father, Cal Sr., was a player and coach in the Orioles organization. After playing at Aberdeen High School, Ripken Jr. was drafted by the Orioles in the second round of the 1978 Major League Baseball draft. He reached the major leagues in 1981 as a third baseman, but the following year he was shifted to shortstop, his longtime position for Baltimore. That year, Ripken also won the American League Rookie of the Year award and began his consecutive games played streak. In 1983, he won a World Series championship and his first American League MVP award. One of Ripken's best years came in 1991, when he was named an All-Star, won the Home Run Derby, and was recipient of his first All-Star Game MVP award, his second American League MVP award, and first Gold Glove award. He broke the consecutive games played record on September 6, 1995, in his 2,131st consecutive game, which fans voted as the league's most memorable moment in the history of the game in an MLB.com poll. Ripken voluntarily ended his 17-year streak at 2,632 games before the final home game of the 1998 season. He switched back to third base for the final 5 years of his career. In 2001, his final season, Ripken was named the All-Star Game MVP and was honored with a Commissioner's Historic Achievement Award. Ripken is considered one of the best shortstops and third basemen in baseball history. At 6 foot 4 inches tall, 225 pounds, he pioneered the way for the success of taller, larger shortstops. He holds the record for most runs hit as a shortstop with 345, breaking the record previously held by Ernie Banks, and was elected as the starting shortstop for the Major League Baseball All-Century team. Ripken is a best-selling author and the president and CEO of Ripken Baseball Incorporated, whose goal is to grow the love of baseball from a grassroots level. Since his retirement, he has purchased 3 Major League Baseball teams. He has been active in charity work throughout his career and is still considered an ambassador of the game. He lives in Annapolis, Maryland, and is married to Laura Ripken, nee Kaufman, a circuit court judge, and Arundel County, Maryland, in Anne Arundel County in Maryland. So as far as his early life, Ripken was born in Havre de Grace, Maryland, the son of Violet Vi Ripken, nee Roberta, and Cal Ripken Sr. He has German, English, and Irish ancestry. Though Ripken's called Aberdeen, Maryland, even though the Ripkens called Aberdeen, Maryland their home, they were often on the move because of Cal Sr.'s coaching duties with the Baltimore Orioles organization. Cal Sr., in fact, was in Topeka, Kansas with one of his teams when his son was born. Cal Jr. grew up around baseball and got started in it at a very young age. He was able to receive instruction from players on his father's team, notably Doug DeSenses. He also got advice from his father, who once remarked to his mother that his questions were better than the ones reporters had. At the age of 3, Ripken knew he wanted to be a ball player, and at the age of 10, Ripken knew his game inside and out. Ripken and his brother Billy attended Aberdeen High School. They both played baseball there. Cal also played soccer. He has 2 other siblings, Ellen and Fred. Ripken began his high school career playing second base. His coach, Don Morrison, said, "I was considering moving him to short, but I was unsure if his arm was strong enough." Despite Morrison's concerns, Ripken did move to shortstop as a sophomore, combining strong fielding with a team-leading 10 runs batted in. Needing pitching help, the Aberdeen Eagles began using Ripken as a pitcher as well in his junior year. He responded by striking out 55 batters in 46 1/3 innings, with 3 shutouts while batting .339 with 21 hits and 9 RBIs. He was named the Harford County Most Valuable Player while helping Aberdeen become county champions for the first time since 1959. During his senior year, Ripken again had a strong season, lifting his batting average to .688 at one point and posting a .79 ERA with 45 strikeouts over his first 26 innings. In the playoffs, Ripkens pitched the state championship game against Thomas Stone High School. The Eagles trailed 3-1 when Ripken, noting that rain was coming and the game would be canceled and replayed because the Eagles had not yet played the 4th inning, made 9 throws to first base to ensure the game would be replayed. When the game was played the next week, Ripken struck out 17, allowed 2 hits, and threw a complete game as Aberdeen won the state championship. He threw 102 pitches in the 7-1 victory. Let me take a break here real quick and get a sip of water. Nothing new in the chat that I can see. Hopefully you all are having a great start to your week out there in YouTube land. Alright, let me do a refresh on the chat since I already got Kevin's Tony Gwynn and Cal Ripken Jr. got inducted into the Hall of Fame at the same time in 2007. So Ripken was drafted in that. Now we're on into his minor league career. Ripken was drafted by the Baltimore Orioles in the 2nd round of the 1978 Major League Baseball draft, 48th overall. Despite a story written by SABR, Ripken was selected with the Orioles' predetermined draft pick, not through a forfeited pick from the Boston Red Sox after the Sox selected Dick Drago in this 1977 re-entry draft. The Orioles would select catcher Cecil Whitehead with the pick and that they received from Boston 2 picks after Ripken. On deciding to go straight from high school to the professional level, he said, "When the college when the colleges started coming around, Dad and I talked about mostly whether I was going to pursue a career in baseball. If I had the ability and the feeling was to get on with it, and it didn't work out, start over again in college at 25 or 26. Ripken played both pitcher and shortstop in high school. In fact, the Orioles were the only team not just interested in his pitching ability. The Orioles decided to start him playing at shortstop in the minor leagues, deciding it would be easier for him to transition back into pitching, if necessary, that it would be for him to start hitting again. To begin Ripken's minor league career, the Orioles assigned him to the Blueford Orioles of the Rookie Appalachian League. He batted .264 with 63 hits, no home runs, and 24 RBIs, failing to make the league's all-rookie team. In 1979, Ripken moved up to the Single-A Miami Orioles of the Florida State League. Shortly into the season, Miami manager Lance Nichols decided to move Ripken to third base, saying, "Cal was having some problems at short, so naturally I decided to shift him to third. Third base was a perfect fit for Cal and our team." On July 2nd, Ripken hit his first professional home run, a game winner in the 12th inning against Gary Abone of the West Palm Beach Expos. Ripken batted .303, hit 5 home runs, led the league with 28 doubles, and had 54 RBIs while playing in all 105 of Miami's games. He was named an All-Star after the season. His performance earned him a brief call-up to the Charlotte Orioles of the Double-A Southern League. Ripken batted .180 in a month with the team, albeit with 3 home runs. Ripken began 1980 with Charlotte. His manager at Charlotte, Jimmy Williams, predicted him to set the team home run record, and Ripken did not disappoint. At season's end, he had 25 home runs, besting the previous record by 4. He also had 28 doubles, 78 RBIs, and a .492 slugging percentage. Ripken was named an All-Star while helping Charlotte win the Southern League Championship. In 1981, Ripken was added to the Baltimore's 40-man roster. He attended spring training with the Orioles, but was sent to the Rochester Red Wings of the Triple-A National League to start the season. At Rochester, Ripken played in the longest professional baseball game. Ripken started at third base and played all 33 innings against the Pawtucket Red Sox, which featured another future Hall of Famer, Wade Boggs, in a game that took parts of 3 days to complete. Ripken hit 23 home runs for Rochester while batting .288 with 75 RBIs in 114 games, and he was named the International League Rookie of the Year. So now on to his years with the Baltimore Orioles. From 1981 through 1986, the Orioles were planning to keep Ripken in Rochester through 1981, but searching for improvement in the second half of the 1981 season, they called him up on August 7th. Manager Earl Weaver planned to have Ripken take over the role of utility infielder in place of Wayne Krenchicki, who had been sent down to make room for Ripken on the roster. He made his debut on August 10th as a pinch runner for Ken Singleton in the 12th inning of a game against the Kansas City Royals. Ripken scored on a hit by John Lowenstein, giving the Orioles the win. The first major league hit came 6 days later against Dennis Lamp of the Chicago White Sox. Ripken finished the season batting .182 without an extra base hit as the Orioles finished 4th in the second half of the season. Ripken received the third base job for the Orioles in 1982. Haley Deegan fan and Cardinals fan 1990. I'm a good pitcher. My high school, in your high school, and you threw a no-hitter. That's pretty good there, Haley. Awesome. Oh, wait. Cardinals fan 1990. I'm not paying attention to what I'm reading. Ripken received the third base job for the Orioles in 1982 when the team traded DeSantis before the start of the season. He homered in his very first at-bat of the first game of the Orioles' 1982 season against Dennis Leonard of Kansas City as part of a 3-hit outing. However, he slumped to begin the season. His batting average was 118 through May 1st. Ripken looked for advice from several Orioles players and coaches, but was most aided by advice from Reggie Jackson. Just know what you can do, not what everybody else tells you to do. After that, Ripken hit well for the rest of the season. On May 29th, Ripken did not play the second game of a doubleheader, the last time he missed a game until 1998. On July 1st, Weaver decided to permanently shift Ripken to shortstop, deciding that it was harder to find a shortstop who could hit than it was to find a third baseman who could hit. Weaver said, "You never know, Rip might be a great shortstop." Ripken hit 28 home runs that year en route to winning the American League Rookie of the Year award. Aided by Ripken, the Orioles contended for the playoffs until they lost to the Milwaukee Brewers on the final day of the season. Ripken advanced even more in 1983, having what would be one of his best years of his career. He played well all season, on the way to earning the first of 19 All-Star berths. Roommate Rick Dempsey gave this analysis of Ripken's performance. Certainly there were pitchers who faced him in 1982 and made or tried to make adjustments against him, but Cal was determined and worked hard to offset their adjustments. At season end, Ripken set Orioles records for RBIs by a shortstop with 102 and hits by all players 211. He led the major leagues in hits and doubles 47, while also leading the American League with 121 runs scored. As a shortstop, he led the league in fielding percentage, .970, assists with 534, and double plays with 111. Although he did not win the Gold Glove Award after the season, he was named the American League's most valuable player, hitting .318 with 27 home runs. Ripken became the first player in MLB history to win the Rookie of the Year award and the MVP awards in consecutive seasons. Ripken made the playoffs for the first time as the Orioles won the American League East in 1983. The Orioles defeated the White Sox in the ALCS before beating the Philadelphia Phillies 4-1 in the 1983 World Series. In the series, Ripken hit just .167 with no home runs and only 1 RBI. Although not contributing significantly in the World Series with his bat, he made a number of key plays defensively at shortstop, including the final out of the series on a Gary Maddox lineout in Game 5. Before the 1984 season, Ripken signed a 4-year contract for about $1 million a year, the largest contract the Orioles had ever given a player of his age. Again, he was named to the All-Star game. He racked up another fine season, batting .304 with 27 runs, 86 RBIs, and 103 runs scored. Although he failed to win a Gold Glove, he set an American League record with 583 assists. The Orioles had a winning record, but only managed to finish in 5th place. Ripken's streak nearly came to an end in 1985 against the Texas Rangers in the second game of the season. He sprained his ankle on a fielding play, and Ripken finished the game, but afterward, Dr. Charles Silverton ordered him to rest for 24 hours. However, the Orioles had a day off after that game, and Ripken was back for their next game. During the season, Ripken was managed by his father when Cal Sr. filled in between Joe Altobelli and Weaver for one game on June 14th. Ripken finished the year batting .282 with 26 home runs and 110 RBIs, while also leading the league with 123 double plays and 286 putouts. During June of 1986, Ripken recorded a 17-game hitting streak. It was a tough season for the Orioles as they finished last for the first time in their tenure in Baltimore. In a speech to the team before the All-Star break, Weaver criticized the healthy players on the team for not hitting, except Ripken. "Do you know the kid hadn't missed an infield practice all year? Now he's going to the All-Star game," Weaver said. He batted .282 with 81 RBIs, a drop partly because the Orioles scored 110 fewer runs than the year before. He was the first Oriole, other than Eddie Murray, since 1979 to lead the team in home runs with 25. Then we have the years from 1987 to 1990. All right, Cal Ripken Sr. replaced the retired Weaver as manager of the Orioles the beginning of the 1987 season. That year, Ripken Sr. became the first manager to write two of his sons into the lineup card when both Ripken Jr. and his brother and fellow Oriole, Billy Ripken, played for in the same game on July 11th. Later in the season, Ripken Sr. decided to take Ripken Jr. out of the game on September 14th in a blowout toss to the Toronto Blue Jays at Exhibition Stadium. Ron Washington replaced him in the 8th inning, ending Ripken's streak of 8,243 consecutive innings played. Ripken Sr. called the streak a burden after the game, saying, "I had to do it sometime." Consecutive inning streaks have not always been recorded, but Ripken remains unchallenged by historians. Ripken finished the year batting a career-low .252, but he still hit 27 home runs, had 98 RBIs, and walked a career-high 81 times. He also recorded a .982 fielding percentage. The Orioles considered having Ripken replace Ray Knight at third base in 1988, but they decided to keep him at shortstop. After the Orioles started the season 0-6, Ripken Sr. was fired and replaced by Frank Robinson. The Orioles started the year 0-21, with Ripken slumping as well to open the season. He finished the year batting .264, although he led the major league shortstops with 23 home runs and 81 RBIs. He also had a particularly memorable play in the All-Star game, making a tremendous catch and strong throw to retire Will Clark in the second inning. Ken Rosenthal and the Baltimore Sun called it the gem of the evening. During the 1988 season, Ripken had signed a 3-year contract with an option for a 4th year, preventing him from being a free agent at season's end on August 2nd, 1989. He and Billy combined for 7 hits against the Boston Red Sox, with Cal Jr. providing a game-winning late hit in the game. That was an American League record for hits by brothers. The Major League record was led by Lloyd and Paul Weiner, who had 8 on June 25th, 1932. 15 days later, he passed Steve Garvey by playing his 1,208th straight game, moving to 3rd on baseball's all-time list behind Lou Gehrig and Everett Scott. Despite his accomplishment, Ray Robinson of the New York Times wrote, "Few regarded Ripken or anyone else as the successor of the Iron Horse." The Orioles, after posting 3 straight losing seasons, contended for the playoffs most of the year before missing out in the final week of the season. Ripken slumped in September as he had only 7 hits in his final 55 at-bats. He batted .257 in 1989, but was especially impressive for his fielding. He went 47 games in a row without an error and finished the year with a .990 fielding percentage. Ripken slumped offensively in 1990, batting .209 through his first 59 games. However, throughout the year, he impressed players and fans with his fielding. On June 12th, he broke Mark Ballinger's Baltimore record for most consecutive errorless chances by a shortstop. He went 67 straight games before experiencing what was originally scored as an error on June 26th. However, official scorer Bill Stecca decided the error was really Mike Devereaux's fault and changed the call the next day. Ripken continued the streak to 95 games, breaking the Major League record for shortstops and setting an American League record for infielders other than third baseman. On June 12th, he also passed Scott to move into second place all-time for consecutive games played. The milestone came at Memorial Stadium. However, the fans booed him because of his offensive slump. Ripken finished the year batting .250, leading the Orioles with 21 home runs, 84 RBIs, 150 hits, and 78 runs scored. He and Billy tied the team lead with 28 doubles. Ripken committed only 3 errors in 1990, shattering the previous record of 6 in a season. Despite his fielding accomplishments, Ozzie Guillen, who had committed 17 errors, won the Gold Glove Award. Some felt that Ripken should have won the award. Tim Kirkjian called the vote a crime, and Bobby Valentine stated that he was embarrassed by the actions of my peers. All right, then we have 1991 through 1995. Ripken had a career year in 1991. Through the All-Star break, his batting average was .348, making him the first shortstop to be leading the league in average through that point since Lou Bordeaux in 1947. He finished the season by hitting .323 with 34 home runs and 114 RBIs. In addition, Ripken hit 46 doubles, stole a career high of 6 bases, and hit 5 triples while posting his career lowest strikeout rate and fewest strikeouts in a season with 600 or more plate appearances. He became the first Major League shortstop ever to tally 30 home runs and 200 or more hits, or 30 home runs and 40 or more doubles. Ripken won his second American League MVP award, his first Gold Glove Award, the All-Star Game MVP Award, going 2 for 3, including a 3-run home run off Dennis Martinez, the Gatorade Home Run Derby contest, hitting a then record 12 home runs in 22 swings, including 7 consecutive home runs to start the contest. Louisville Slugger Silver Slugger Award, Associated Press Player of the Year Award, and Sporting News Player of the Year Award. The only other player in MLB history to win all those awards in the same season, excluding the Home Run Derby, was Maury Wills in 1962. His home run off former Orioles and then Montreal Expos pitcher Dennis Martinez was the defining moment of the American League's 4-2 victory in the 1991 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. As a result, Ripken was the first player to win both the Home Run Derby and All-Star Game MVP award in the same year. For his regular season American League MVP, he was the first to win the award while playing with a sub-500 club. The Orioles finished 6th place that year with a 67-95 record. At the end of the 1991 season, Memorial Stadium, the Orioles' home since 1954, saw its last MLB game against the Tigers. Ripken was the last Oriole to bat at the stadium, hitting into a double play against Detroit's Frank Tanana on October 6, 1991. During the 1992 season, Ripken and the Orioles tried to work out a new contract. Several times through the season, Ripken endured batting slumps. He said after the season, "I don't make excuses for the fact that I wasn't hitting, but I was distracted. I just felt like the Orioles were playing mind games with me. Whether that was right or wrong, it was bothering me. On August 22nd, Ripken finally signed a 5-year, $30.5 million contract, the largest in baseball history at that time. Ripken's slumps continued, and he was even booed by Orioles fans late in the season. He finished the year batting .251 with career lows in home runs 14 and RBIs with 72. The Orioles contended for the playoffs much of the year and were not eliminated until September 27th. However, he did win his second Gold Glove award. For the first time in Ripken's career, he became the only Ripken in the Orioles organization, as the Orioles ousted his father as coach and traded Billy to Texas. His slump continued at the start of the '93 season, but Ripken managed to get out of it in May by adopting a taller batting stance. Because of his early season struggles, some criticized him for playing every day. Bobby Bonds said of Ripken's playing every day, "That's idiotic. If I were his manager, he'd be out of there." Oriole coach Davey Lopes responded that only Ripken could tell whether or not he needed a day off. On June 6, Ripken injured his knee during a brawl against the Seattle Mariners and was convinced for most of the next day that he would be unable to play. However, the knee felt better at game time, enabling the streak to continue. Ripken achieved a personal milestone on July 10th when he collected his 2,000th career hit during a game at Oriole Park in Camden Yards against Wilson Alvarez of the White Sox. Because of Ripken's struggles, most managers and some sports writers felt he would be left out of the All-Star game in Baltimore that year. However, the fans gave him more than 2 million votes to ensure his spot. Following the All-Star break, Ripken's hitting improved greatly. He batted .300 with 14 home runs and 46 RBIs for the rest of the season. He finished the year batting .257 with 24 home runs and 90 RBIs. Before the 1994 season, the Elias Sports Bureau informed the Orioles that Ripken had surpassed Ernie Banks for most career home runs as a shortstop with his 278th on July 15th against Scott Erickson. Banks met Ripken at a ceremony on February 9th and said, "I'm extremely happy that he broke this record because it gives me a chance to come back and remember and be remembered too." Ripken started the season strong, batting .340 with 19 RBIs through April. On May 24th, Ripken had 6 RBIs, including his 300th home run against Teddy Higuera, as the Orioles rallied from a 5-0 deficit to defeat the Brewers 13-5. On August the 1st, he played in his 2,000th consecutive game, a 1-0 victory over the Twins in the Metrodome. Through 112 games, Ripken batted .315 with 13 home runs and 75 RBIs. Before the 1994-1995 Major League Baseball strike canceled the rest of the season, Ripken's average fell to .262 in 1995, and he hit 17 home runs and had 88 RBIs. However, his season highlight came on September 6th. Many baseball fans within and outside the United States tuned in to ESPN to watch Ripken surpass Lou Gehrig's 56-year-old record for consecutive games played at 2,130 games. The game between the Orioles and the California Angels still ranks one of the network's most watched baseball games. Baseball's most watched game was Game 7 of the 1986 World Series. Cal's children, Rachel and Ryan, threw out the ceremonial first pitch balls. Both President Bill Clinton and Vice President Al Gore were at the game. Clinton was with the commentators on ESPN for the Orioles' half of the fourth inning and called Ripken's fourth inning home run. When the game became official after the Angels' half of the fifth inning, the numerical banner that displayed Ripken's streak on the wall of the B&O warehouse outside the stadium's right field wall changed from 2,130 to 2,131. Ripken received a standing ovation from the crowd and opposing players and all four umpires that lasted more than 22 minutes, one of the longest standing ovations for any athlete. ESPN did not go to a commercial break during the entire ovation. During the ovation, Ripken did a lap around the entire Camden Yards warning track to shake hands and give high fives to the fans. Tonight I stand here overwhelmed as my name is linked with the great and courageous Lou Gehrig. I am truly humbled to have our names spoken at the same breath. This year has been unbelievable. I've been cheered in ballparks all over the country. People not only showed me their kindness, but most importantly, they demonstrated their love of the game of baseball. I give my thanks to baseball fans everywhere. Tonight, I want to make sure you know how I feel. As I grew up here, I not only had dreams of being a big league ball player, but also of being a Baltimore Oriole. For all of your support over the years, I want to thank you, the fans of Baltimore, from the bottom of my heart. This is the greatest place to play. Bobby Bonilla and Rafael Palmeiro pushed me out of the dugout and said, "Hey, if you don't do a lap around this thing, we'll never get the game started." I thought it was a ridiculous sort of thing, but as I started to do it, the celebration of 50,000 started to be very one-on-one and very personal. I started seeing people I knew. These were the people that had been around the ballpark all those years, and it was really a wonderful human experience. Then we have his years of 1996 through 2001. Ripken began the 1996 season slowly, but his playing improved over the season as the season went on. On June 14th at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City against the Royals, Ripken broke the world record of consecutive games played by playing in his 2,216th. The record had been held by Sachio Kunigasa of Japan. Kunigasa was at the game to watch Ripken break the record. On July 15th, Ripken moved to third base as an experiment, with Manny Alexander taking the shortstop position. He was told the change would be permanent, but was moved back to shortstop after Alexander had one hit in his 6 games at shortstop. Ripken appeared in 163 games during the regular season in 1996, batted .278 with 26 home runs, 102 RBIs, and a .980 fielding percentage at shortstop. He returned to the playoffs for the first time in 13 years as the Orioles won the American League wild card in the American League Division Series. Baltimore defeated Cleveland in 4 games, with Ripken batting .444 in the series. His average fell to .250 in the ALCS, and the Orioles were defeated in 5 games by the Yankees. In 1997, the Orioles signed free agent shortstop Mike Bordick from the Oakland A's and moved Ripken back to third base permanently. General manager Pat Gillick said the move was made not because of problems by Ripken, but because more defensive options were available at shortstop than at third base. Had Ripken not wanted to move back to third, the Orioles likely would have signed Tim Naring instead. Ripken was scheduled to become a free agent the following the 1997 season, but at the start of the year he agreed to a 2-year extension with the Orioles. During the season, he suffered from nerve damage that at times kept him from being able to sit on the bench. However, he did not miss a game and batted .270 with 17 home runs and 84 RBIs as the Orioles again made the playoffs, this time by winning the American League East. Ripken batted .438 as the Orioles defeated the Mariners in 4 games in the ALDS. He batted .348 and hit a home run in the ALCS, but the Orioles fell to Cleveland in 6 games. John Fishman is in the house. Donald, I saw your drone video. Be careful. The government will use their bird spies to keep an eye on people with them. Birds aren't real. What is the blue wrench? Are they watching me? Oh, you just noticed that? It was there the last stream that you were here. You probably just didn't pay attention to it. That's because you're part of my blue wrench squad now. I thought you figured that out last stream. I didn't think you didn't notice it. But thanks for popping into the stream there, John. Appreciate you being here today. Let's continue on with, wow, at the moment there we were up to 6. Now we're only up to we were up to 8, I think, watching. Now we're down to 6. You must have chased some people away there, John. Just teasing, by the way. Let me get into this section here, and then we'll finish off a little bit longer here with Cal Ripken Jr.'s biography. All right. Ripken was scheduled to become a free agent. Okay. Ripken batted .271 with 14 home runs and 61 RBIs in 1998. On September 20th, before his final game of the season against the Yankees, Ripken decided to end his streak at 2,632 games, having surpassed Gehrig's previous record by 502 games. Rookie third baseman Ryan Miner started in his place, at first thinking it was a rookie prank, realizing that the streak was coming to an end. The fans, his teammates, and visiting Yankees, with David Wells being first to notice that Ripken was not playing during batting practice, gave Ripken an ovation after the game's first out was recorded. Ripken later stated that he decided to end the streak at the end of the season to avoid any off-season controversy about his playing status and to end the streak entirely on his own while he still could. Ripken returned to the lineup for the final 7 games of the season on the road against Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. In 1999, Ripken had the highest batting average of his career at .340. Although he was injured at both the beginning and the end of the 1999 season, and also mourned the loss of his father, former coach Cal Ripken Sr., only a few days before 1999's opening game. He hit 18 homers in 332 at-bats, 1 home run every 8.4 at-bats. He had the best individual game of his career, going 6 for 6 with 2 home runs off John Schmaltz, and tying a club record with 13 total bases against the Atlanta Braves on June 13th. On September 3rd, he hit the 400th home run of his career against Rolando Araujo of the Tampa Bay Rays. Ripken's 1999 season ended early due to an injury when he was only 9 hits away from joining the 3,000 hit club. He achieved the milestone early in 2000 season in an April game against the Twins at the Metrodome, when he singled off reliever Hector Carrasco. Ripken had a good night at the plate, recorded 3 hits, the third of which was the milestone. Ripken missed all of July and August with a back injury. He was selected to the All-Star game, but sat out because of the injury, marking his first All-Star game that he missed since his rookie season. In 83 games, Ripken batted .256, his lowest total since 1992, with 15 home runs and 56 RBIs. In June of 2001, Ripken announced he would retire at the end of the season. He was voted the starting third baseman in the All-Star game at Seattle's Safeco Field on July 10, 2001. In a tribute to Ripken's achievements and stature of the game, shortstop Alex Rodriguez, unknowingly foreshadowing his future, insisted on exchanging positions with third baseman Ripken for the first inning, so that Ripken could play shortstop as he had for most of his career. That move allowed Ripken to claim the record for most MLB All-Star Game appearances at shortstop. In the third inning, Ripken made his first plate appearance and was greeted with a standing ovation. Ripken then homered off the first pitch from Chan-Ho Park. Ripken ended up with an All-Star MVP honors, becoming one of 4 players in MLB history with multiple All-Star Game MVP awards, 1991 and 2001, and the only player to be named All-Star Game MVP in 2 different decades. The Orioles planned to retire Ripken's number 8 in a ceremony before the final home game of the 2001 season. In late September, Ripken's final game was originally set to be played at Yankee Stadium. However, September 11, 2001 attacks led to the postponement of a week's worth of games. The games missed were added to the end of the season schedule because of all the games the Orioles missed were at home. This changed the location of Ripken's final game to Oriole Park, much to the delight of Oriole fans. On October 6, Ripken ended his career in the on-deck circle in the bottom of the 9th inning. Longtime teammate Brady Anderson, also playing in his last game for the Orioles, swung and missed on a fastball and a tight 3-2 count to end the game. After the game, Ripken gave a speech thanking the fans for their support over 20 seasons. Ripken was healthier in his final season than he had been over his last 2. He appeared in 128 games and he batted a career low of .239 with 14 home runs and 68 RBIs. Pop in the chat here, Donald. Boom. Let me do an update here so I know where I left off on the chat. We only have about, let's see, what do we got? Just a few more sections to go here. We're going to hit some of this stuff, though. As far as charity, Cal Ripken Jr. has been involved in different charity projects. Throughout his career, Ripken has contributed to his time and money to the numerous charitable organizations. Get that out of your mouth, Don. Following the signing of his new contract in 1984, Ripken announced he would distribute 1984 Oriole tickets to underprivileged children in Hartford County and donate to the Hartford Center and donate to the Baltimore School for the Performing Arts. In 1988, he and his wife Kelly founded the Cal Ripken Jr. Lifelong Learning Center, which is dedicated to teaching adults to read. In 1992, MLB recognized him with the Roberto Clemente Award. Ripken has made many donations to various charitable causes, including donations supporting research on Lou Gehrig's disease. After he broke Lou Gehrig's record, the Orioles, along with private donors, created the Cal Ripken Lou Gehrig Fund for neuromuscular research at Johns Hopkins University. Along with his brother Billy, he formed the Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation in 2001 to give underprivileged children the opportunity to attend baseball camps around the country and learn the game. The foundation is a branch of Ripken Baseball. In addition to controlling these camps and Ripken's minor league teams, Ripken Baseball operates for-profit camps and designs ball fields for youth, college, and professional teams. He gives speeches about his time in baseball and some of the lessons he has learned. Between 2001 and 2004, inclusive, Ripken served as commissioner of the White House T-Ball Initiative of President George W. Bush, in which capacity he worked to promote the value of teamwork among players and volunteership among the public and helped to teach T-ball fundamentals to teams of children at the White House. In 2007, Ripken, along with Andre Agassi, Muhammad Ali, Lance Armstrong, Warwick Dunn, Mia Hamm, Jeff Gordon, Tony Hawk, Andrea Jaeger, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, Mario Lemieux, and Alonzo Mourning founded Athletes for Hope, a charitable organization which helps professional athletes get involved in charitable causes and inspires millions of non-athletes to volunteer and support the community. Ripken also announced a partnership with Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities with the donation of $1 million in cash and equipment from the Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation. On August 13, 2007, the Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice announced that Ripken had been named Special Sports Envoy for the U.S. State Department and that he would be going to China in October. We're just delighted that somebody of Cal Ripken's stature is going to be someone who will go out and represent America so well and represent what we consider to be American values, but not what we consider to be American values, but universal values. That hard work and diligence and the willingness to really put it all in one line every day is something that kids need to learn, said Rice. A Shortstop in China premiered on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network on May 8, 2009, chronicling Ripken's trip to China to share the game of baseball with youth coaches while nurturing American-Chinese diplomacy. The documentary included footage from 11 clinics and Cal and former Oriole B.J. Surhoff held from Beijing to Guangzhou. The documentary also showed Ripken accepting his appointment from Rice and featuring a variety of interviews from Ripken's wife, Kelly, to former Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs, Karen Hughes. On May 31, 2008, Ripken received an honorary doctorate of Humanities degree from the University of Delaware and served as the university's commencement speaker. On May 19, 2013, Ripken received an honorary Doctor of Public Service degree from the University of Maryland while serving as the university's general commencement speaker. In an interview with Ray Robinson, Ripken said, "My personal philosophy is to get a feeling of fulfillment through my work. I have a desire to create something. I guess that's why I've long been fascinated with two books, The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged, both by Ayn Rand. Leading the figure in The Fountainhead, an architect named Howard, is someone I've thought of about a good deal." Then, as far as his legacy, I'm back, says Haley Deegan fan, and Cardinals fan 1990 says, I'm back. Thanks for coming back again. Appreciate you being here. We're up to 5 watching. We'll see how things go by the end here. We're getting closer to the end. As far as Cal Ripken's legacy, at 6 foot 4 inches, 225 pounds, Ripken was a departure from the prototypical shortstop of the time. Small fleet of players who played defensively difficult positions, but did not often post the home run and batting average totals that an outfielder might. Power-hitting shortstops such as Alex Rodriguez, Nomar Garcia-Parra, and Miguel Tejada are often seen as fans to be part of Ripken's legacy. Nonetheless, Ripken demonstrated the ability to play excellent defense at shortstop, and as a result remained a fixture there for well over a decade, leading the league in assists several times, winning Gold Glove twice, and in 1990 setting the major league record for best fielding percentage in a season at his position. Though not a flashy fielder, Ripken displayed excellent fundamentals and studied batters and even his own pitching staff so he could position himself to compensate for his lack of physical speed. Ripken's legacy as a fielder is reflected by his place near the top of almost every defensive statistical category. He holds at least one all-time record for either season career or most seasons, leading the league. In assists, putouts, fielding percentage, double plays, and fewest errors, Ripken's career range factor was 4.73, and as a high of 5.5 for a single season, a mark few shortstops have reached. Ripken's power, which led to records, excuse me, let me take a sip of water here. Ripken, which led to records such as most home runs by a shortstop and 13th place in career doubles, had consequences. His propensity to drive the ball often led to grounders, getting to fielders quickly, and tailor-made double play balls. In 1999, Ripken passed Hank Aaron as the player excuse me, who had grounded into the most double plays in his career, a record that was again broken by Albert Pujols in 2017. Ripken is third on the fielding side for double plays by a shortstop, with 1,565 behind Omar Vizquel's 1,734 and Ozzie Smith's 1,590. Ripken was also notable for never settling on a signature batting stance during his long career, sometimes referred to as the man of 1,000 stances. Ripken could change his stance in response to a slump, or if his current choice didn't feel good. When asked about his propensity for experimentation during an interview, Ripken responded that a batting stance was only a starting point. A poll of fans by MLB.com ranked Ripken's 2,131st straight game as the most memorable moment in MLB history, leading such moments as Gehrig's farewell speech of 1939 and Jackie Robinson's breaking of the color barrier in 1947. The write-up in the 1996 Sporting News Baseball Guide, which was written shortly after Ripken set the record, called the streak what almost everyone considered the high point of the Major League season. In 2005, the Orioles honored Ripken on the 10th anniversary of his 2,131st consecutive game. After the top of the fifth inning, the numbers 2,130 on the warehouse behind the stadium changed to 2,131, just as they did on September 6, 1995. Ripken was stated that he never felt comfortable being compared to Gehrig. Lou has monstrous numbers and was like Babe Ruth. How was it possible to compare him to me? But I realized that we did share is playing in consecutive games. It was still uncomfortable for me. When you mention him, I'm not sure you fully understand what it means. Billy and Cal Ripken are only one of two brother combinations in Major League history to play second base and shortstop on the same club. The others are Garvin and Granny Hammer of the Philadelphia Phillies in 1945, the twins Eddie and Johnny O'Brien with the Pittsburgh Pirates in the mid-50s, and Frank and Milt Bowling for the Detroit Tigers in 1958. On January 9th, 2007, Ripken was elected to the Hall of Fame, appearing on 537 out of 545 of the ballots cast, 98.53%, 8 votes short of a unanimous selection. His percentage is the 6th highest in history, behind Mariano Rivera's 100%, Derek Jeter's 99.75%, and Ken Griffey Jr.'s 99.32%, Tom Seaver's 98.84%, Nolan Ryan's 98.79%. Tony Gwynn, who was appearing on his first ballot as well, was chosen alongside Ripken. Both Hall of Fame elects were formally inducted on July 29, 2007. The induction ceremony was attended by a record 75,000 people, including special guests of Ripken, John Travolta, Kelly Preston, Steve Geppe, Ron Shapiro, and Ripken's agent during his career. Ripken has received several tributes outside of baseball. On September 23, 2001, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series and the MBNA renamed the fall race at the Dover International Speedway in Dover, Delaware, naming the race the NBNA Cal Ripken Jr 400. The race paid tribute to the legacy of Ripken, who was in attendance greeting the competing drivers as they crossed the stage during their driver inductions. Driver Bobby Labonte had a special paint scheme on his 18 Interstate Batteries car featuring Baltimore Orioles colors along with Ripken's retirement seal. The race was won by Dale Earnhardt Jr., who was then driving the number 8 car. The race was also the first race held after the September 11, 2001 attacks at the race scheduled for Loudon a week earlier had been postponed in the wake of attacks. On March 30th, 2008, I-395's eastern branch in Baltimore from I-95 to Conway Street was named Cal Ripken Way. Because of Ripken's success during his career, he became a prominent advertising figure, appearing in advertisements for brands such as Nike, Chevrolet, True Value Hardware, Wheaties, Powerade, and other companies, and some of which were small Maryland businesses. These advertisements would often stress Ripken's dependability, durability, and wholesomeness, linking to their product. Ripken became an emblem to Americans through hard work, loyalty to the Orioles, and his charity of the field. Ripken was humble about his success, once saying, "I have talent, no doubt. My advantage is that I know the game well. The reason is that I grew up in it and had a good teacher, my father. I'm sure that whatever I am as a man and a ball player comes from the way I was raised, but I am a superstar. Oh no, I don't think I stack up with the great players in the league." This was said of Cal Ripken Jr. Macnow in his book, page 60. Author Jen Macnow responded to Ripken's comments by writing, "Anyone who has seen Cal Ripken Jr. play knows differently." Then, as far as his personal life, Ripken married former Kelly Gear at Towson United Methodist Church on Friday, November 13, 1987. They have a daughter, Rachel, and a son, Ryan. It was reported on April 28, 2016, that Ripken and his wife, Kelly, had divorced. After a one-year separation in 2018, Ripken married Laura S. Kessling, Nee Kaufman, and Ann Udall County Circuit Court judge. She took his last name. His son Ryan is also a baseball player that was drafted by the Orioles in the 20th round of the Major League Baseball's 2012 amateur draft. He chose to attend college instead, beginning his freshman year at the University of South Carolina in 2012. He transferred to the Indian River Community College and was drafted in the 15th round of the Major League's 2014 amateur draft by the Washington Nationals. After being released by the Nationals on March 17th, he signed with the Orioles and was assigned to the Aberdeen Ironbirds, which were owned by his father and played at the stadium that carries the family name. Ryan advanced to the Delmara Shorebirds in 2018 and the Frederick Keys in 2019. Ripken's mother, Violet Ripken, was kidnapped at gunpoint and safely returned on July 24, 2012. She was gone for 12 hours before the disappearance was reported to authorities. On October 15, 2013, she was approached by a man with a handgun in a parking lot in the NBRS Bank at Aberdeen, Maryland. The man demanded her car, but he fled after she activated a key alarm. She was unharmed. A spokesman of the Aberdeen police said the police the two incidents appeared unrelated. Ripken has written nearly 30 books. After the 1996 season, he released an autobiography titled The Only Way I Know, co-written by Mike Bryan, which was a New York Times bestseller. Following his retirement, he wrote several more, including Play Baseball the Ripken Way, the complete illustrated guide to the fundamentals, also written by his brother Billy and co-authored by Larry Burke. In 2005, he released the book Parenting Young Athletes, The Ripken Way, co-written with Rick Wolf. In 2006, after seeing too many young athletes who felt were being pressured unnecessarily by their parents, he said, "I was thinking, this just creates too much pressure on kids. They need to find an environment in which they can explore their game without all those kinds of pressures being brought to bear." Once I started thinking about it, I saw we had more than enough to fill a book. Then, in 2007, he released 3 books, starting with the Coaching Youth Baseball, The Ripken Way, also written by his brother Billy and co-authored by Scott Lowe, which highlights 50 practice drills. Topics include coaching responsibility, goal setting for youth, and effective practice planning. Later in April of that year, he released 2 more books, Get the Game, 8 Elements of Perseverance That Make the Difference, co-written with Donald T. Phillips, described a motivational guide to success. The Longest Season, co-written with Ron Maslin, a children's book about the Orioles' 1988 season. In 2011, he released Hothead, a children's fiction book co-written with Kevin Cowherd, which was also a New York Times bestseller. In addition, he has been writing a weekly sports advice newspaper column in the Baltimore Sun since 2005. In addition to his writing, Ripken has been the subject of several books. In 1995, Harvey Rosenfeld released a biography of him entitled Iron Man, the Cal Ripken Story. Later in 2007, Jeff Seidel released a biography on him entitled Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr. A tribute. The children's biography of Cal Ripken Jr., Quiet Hero, was published in 1993 by Lois Nicholson. In addition, Ripken has been the subject of scholarly publications analyzing the impact of his career. So there you have it. The biography, early life, his major league career, and everything encompassing the Cal Ripken Jr. legacy. Let's see. Now let's go here. A Fernando Tatis Jr. Bowman Chrome Red. Oh my word. Beckett BGS 9.5 sold for $222,000. Oh my word. Wow. Some of these cards can go crazy, can't they? Donald, you should write an autobiography. I should write an autobiography of who? Of myself? Oh my word. Wouldn't that be interesting? Who would want to hear my autobiography? All right, so we've got that finished now. Now we move on to our next content at hand. Oh, actually, no, first I got to go over. I got to finish off my Cal Ripken Jr. tribute here. What am I doing? What am I thinking? I don't even know who's in the chat here still. Who's in the chat here? Let me go on to my computer here, do a refresh. What do we got here? Oh wow, it's almost noon. We're running out of time here. I'm gonna have to probably just tap things off here at the rate we're going here. But we'll see what happens. I got to finish this off. Let me go through some of these cards real quick and just highlight through some of these. So this is just an oddballish type card that I did have. And I believe it was, I'm pretty sure Kevin's Card Collecting gave me this one, if I remember right. But I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong. What's that? My wife says, me husband write his own biography? Oh, and then John said, oh, you'll write the foreword for it, will you? That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a baseball card of Joe Valentin. You think, who's Joe Valentin? Well, it just happens to have Cal Ripken Jr. on the back of on the side of it. But it's a baseball card of him with Cal Ripken Jr. on it. That's why it's in my Cal Ripken Jr. collection. And then here I've got this is 2008 Upper Deck. And they just ignore the prices on the back there. That's what they were listed in Beckett at one time for. But these are cool cards because right now this is definitely has 2 Hall of Famers on it. Ken Griffey Jr. Oh no, 3 Hall of Famers now. Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey Jr., and Cal Ripken Jr. But in 2025, it will also it'll have 4 Hall of Famers on it because it also has Ichiro. So we have Ichiro, Cal Ripken Jr., Ken Griffey Jr., and Derek Jeter. But then what makes it even more interesting is from this year, and I was collecting some cards back in the day then, in 2008. Okay, and it was kind of neat because I had pulled this one too, which is a short print of the same card. So it's a short print version of that one. And then this one is number 9 out of 399. So that is an awesome Cal Ripken Jr. But this would actually go in my Hall of Fame holdout, probably for my multiple Hall of Famers. And this would be a quad. This is what I would call, in the year 2025, it'll be a quad card. Okay, so that because it has Jeter, Griffey, Ripken, and Ichiro on it. So that's why I like that one. That's why that one's being highlighted here. And then this one here is just an MVP. These are just some recent cards that I got added into my collection. All right. And then this one here, of course, is from a 2020 product, or 2019, the 1984 All-Stars. All right. And then this one here was a 2019 from last year, perennial All-Star with Cal Ripken Jr. on it. All right. Then, of course, once I get my Cal Ripken Jr. collection all straightened out and stuff, then it'll be in much better shape. But I'll have to, for relics and autographs and things of that nature, it'll probably be in a separate binder, because I don't know. Well, this would probably fit in the binder, but I'd want to keep this in a top loader. But this is a 2020 Panini product, Cal Ripken Jr. with a relic. All right. So this is a Panini Select 2020 product with a relic. And then this here is a 30 out of 100 memorable moments, Cal Ripken Jr., 2,131 consecutive games played on September 6th, 1995. This is a 2017 Topps. All right. And then real quick, let me set these off to the side for the moment. Let me go through and highlight these cards here. These are, so there are 3 Cal Ripken Jr. rookie cards. Okay, rookie cards. These are his 3 actual rookie cards that Beckett has listed as his rookies, and they're all in either an 8 or better. This one is a 9, but it's slightly off center, left to right. Okay, or right to left, whichever way they tell it. This is the shorter. It's a little bit off center. All right, but it is his 1982 Don Russ Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card. Then his other one here I have is the 1982 Fleer. The 1982 Fleer, Cal Ripken Jr. Near Mint 8. All right, card number 176 from Fleer. And then this is his other rookie card, the 1982 Topps. card number 21, Future Star card. Okay. And then some people do consider this a rookie card, but it's not really. And I just ended up getting this one as a little memento. It's kind of a little bit heavy because it's a what they call a ceramic card. It's a little bit thick. You can kind of see it's a little bit thick there, but it's made out of ceramic. So that's just a different, unique type of card that I've got in my collection for Cal Ripken Jr. And then, of course, here we've got a 1984 Don Russ Cal Ripken Jr. number 106 and a near mint 8. And then I've got a 1984 Fleer Cal Ripken Jr. card number 17, just in an excellent condition, 5, graded a 5. And then next here we've got a 1990 Score. Nice common junk wax era card in a mint 9 condition. And this one's a 1992 Opachee. Opachee is the Canadian version of Topps, and that's in a mint 9. And then the next one here, before I highlight the ones I got in the back here, is a this is one of those Sport Flicks ones. You can see it with the hammers there. Hammer Team 1995, 95 Sports Flick Cal Ripken Jr. with part of the Hammer Team in a mint 9. All right. And then after that, let me go through just some of these right here. Hopefully they don't fall over. This is just a nice little oddball type 22 karat gold card. Cal Ripken Jr. with a gold signature. Kind of show you the back of this one here. It is 1,192. I can't remember exactly how many of these they made, but it's an Iron Man tribute card, 24 karat gold plated. And then we've got this one here. It's a from the 1993 Upper Deck Denny's. This is the Denny's from the Denny's 1993 set. Okay. And then next after that, we've got this guy here. A little oversized card, Cal Ripken Jr., Baltimore Orioles, Bowman's Best card from, I want to say this is 1995, all right? Put that up there at the moment here. And then this one down here is a Hometown Heroes, a little bit slightly oversized card. I got to put these in a different binder when I do put it in my binder collection with my cards. But Hometown Heroes, Mike Mussina and Cal Ripken Jr. This one is from 1997. Shortstop and pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, Mike Mussina and Cal Ripken Jr. So there we do have that right there. All right, let me go ahead and set this aside for now. Put these kind of up here. We do have 7 people watching here, so now we're going to go into, let me set these all aside for now. We're going to go into our family mail call for this stream. Go into the family mail call here, and then we'll see what happens after this. But what do we got? Almost noon here. Getting close to my lunchtime, but that's okay. As long as we're having fun in the channel, we're going to keep on going here. This is from Ethan Lamb, Ethan's Elvis Covers and More. I think this was his last sale he did last week, and I know sometimes he throws some extra stuff in here, so we're going to see what I got from Ethan. All right. I know he went back to school, so he's back in college now. His college he's going to is started back up, so he's kind of excited there, so he can work on getting his college degree out of the way. I know he's trying to become a teacher, so we'll see how that works for him. But let's go ahead and see what we got from Ethan in here. We've got those. Let me turn this here. Got those. Ooh, I see me a Kyle Lewis on the back there. And we've got those. And we've got an empty bag now. So I did pull everything out, just so you do know. I did pull everything out of there. So now we are good to go with this. We'll go ahead and go through this package real quick and see how things roll. All right. Let me set that off to the side there. So let's see what, I'm trying to even remember what I got from him. Can't remember off the top of my head if I got, I can't remember if he opened some product or anything like that. I'd probably remember if I saw, maybe. I'm trying to think, but we'll see. We'll see what we've got in Ethan's package here. All right. So let me refresh my chats here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Hold on. Oh, what on? What? Okay, nope, I don't want that. Oh, there we go. Live chat. Okay, there we go. Now that's refreshed. Let me refresh my other one to make sure I'm up to date on my chats. And let's go ahead and just open this up and see what Ethan did send us. See what we've got in these team bags here. Kind of play it by ear. Go through and see what we got here. We got Andres Munoz with the Padres. Topps Chrome. All right. Who's that? Jalen Davis with the Giants. Some Topps Chrome cards, it looks like. Turkey Reds. Robel Garcia. All right. With the Chicago Cubs rookie card. Shane Bieber with the Cleveland Indians. Yamamoto, Jordan Yamamoto with the Miami Marlins rookie card, Topps Chrome, turkey card. Then we got Edgar Martinez with the Seattle Mariners. We'll just go through some of this stuff really quick here. I think I got some. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. All right, let's see, who do we got here? I think these are some red variation cards, some pink cards, the pink chrome cards. Joey Votto with the Cincinnati Reds. Ooh, we got a Kyle Seager. That's not really a pink. That's like a sepia. That's a sepia refractor. A refractor card. Are these refractors too? Oh yeah, these are the pink refractors, and that's a sepia hidden in there. Bobby Bradley with the Cleveland Indians. Abraham Toro with the Houston Astros. Then we've got Dylan Cease, rookie card for the Chicago White Sox. Then we've got, that's a cool one. I've got the base card of this, but now I've got the pink one here. Travis Dimitri with the Detroit Tigers rookie card. All right, let me put that right up in front there. I know where this next one's going, into my Kyle Lewis rookie card collection for my Topps Chrome here. Boom! We got a Kyle Lewis. Kyle Lewis. That's a huge patch swatch there. Rookie for the Seattle. All right, goes into my Kyle Lewis rookie card collection here. Put that one right there for now. Boom! A Kyle Lewis Topps Chrome rookie card. Keep adding to my collection here. Actually, here, let me get this into a top loader right now so I don't have to do it later. All right. All right, get that in there. Who do we got here? Oh, there's a Kyle Lewis freshman flash rookie card. I like that one there. I don't think I've got one of these. I might have. I think I might have a freshman flash. I might have a couple of them. Nothing wrong with having a couple more. All right, then we got our Turkey Chromes, Turkey Reds. All right. Anthony Rizzo. Bariciano Dubon. Chicago's Al Zolay. Adbert Al Zolay. And then Joe Mauer with the Minnesota Twins. Luis Severino with the New York Yankees. Is that Andres Munoz with the San Diego Padres? And, is that Reggie Jackson? Reggie Jackson with the New York Yankees. Turkey Red. All right. I see another Kyle Lewis action on the back here. Some more pink cards. Some more pink cards. Let me get this off to the side here real quick. We can leave that one right there. Here, I'm going to do this one first. All right, let me set this Corey Seager sepia aside there. Keep all these pink cards together here. On this stand here. All the pink cards. All right. Actually, let me do it this way. You pull all these out, get these ready too. Alright, pink cards, pink cards. I like the way Ethan's packaged things up really good in team bags and such like that. Keeps the cards really nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and highlight through some of these here. He's got some. I always need these extra thick penny sleeves, so I can do that here and penny sleeve up these individuals here. Let me do some of these real quick while we're waiting. All right, anything else going on there, guys, that I'm missing in the chat? Not really, but we do have 8. We're up to 8 people watching so far. We're moving up the channel here. 8 people watching. Let me get all these pink refractors sleeved up here real quick. He put them all in a team bag, which I don't blame him. I mean, I buy my penny sleeves in bulk, so I always have plenty of penny sleeves. When I start getting low, I order another bulk box. That's what I do. All right. So let's go through here and see what other pink cards we got. Kyle Schwarber with the Chicago Cubs. All right, Kyle Schwarber with the Chicago Cubs. We got Luis Rbis with the Minnesota Twins. Buster Posey with the San Francisco Giants. Masahiro Tanaka with the Yankees. Javier Baez with the Chicago Cubs. Shin-Soo Choo with the Texas Rangers. Lorenzo Cain with the Milwaukee Brewers. Sam Sport Chop, how you doing? Thanks for popping into the stream there, Sam. What's up? Just finished my Cal Ripken Jr. Biography Tribute. Cal Ripken Jr. turned 60 yesterday. All right, so I'm going through a family mail call package from Ethan's Elvis Covers and More. Matt Chapman with the Oakland Athletics. Luis Arias with the Milwaukee Brewers. A lot of pink cards here, these pink refractors. Now I got another let me get these sleeved up real quick while we're here working on this. So Kevin's card collecting and more. Is Kevin still in here? I didn't see Kevin chatting, but I know he's probably lurking about in the background, possibly. Did you see Kevin there, Sam? Or does he show up on the list of participants? Could be he's probably in the background. He might be watching me. I know he's probably working. He might even be working at home, but I'm sure he's busy. he sometimes will have me in the background. Cards in my car with Archie is in the house. All right, let me get these few cards penny sleeved up so they're good to go for later. All right, we got a DJ LeMahieu with the Yankees. Then we've got a Alex Bregman with the Houston Astros. A ton of pink cards here. Colin Moran with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Joey Gallo with the Texas Rangers. Shin-Soo Choo with the Texas Rangers. Ian Desmond with the Colorado Rockies. These are all pink cards on that stand there. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. with the Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, no, another. Okay, let me do this right here like this for now. We got Andres Munoz with the San Diego Padres. Rookie card. Then we've got some more. That's fine. I like when Ethan does that. I need some of those bigger sleeves for my medallion coins for 2020. Anthony Santander with the Orioles. Then next, who do we got here? Archie Bradley with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Boy, we're going to fill this stand up. I hope they don't start falling over. George Springer with the Houston Astros. Don, I told a friend about your red, white, and blue packs. I think he got... Yeah, he actually bought one, and then he bought a second one yesterday. So he's bought two so far today. I was kind of wondering if he was a friend of yours or somebody that you knew, because I seen he was from Stockton. So yeah, I'm trying to remember the name. Matter of fact, the second one is being picked up today. I got it out front waiting for the mailman to come by and pick it up. But yeah, he ordered another one last night, so he bought two of them from me. Thank you there for sending some people my way there. Cards in my car with Archie. Appreciate you doing that. You didn't have to, but appreciate it. Anything to get me some business, that helps out in the long run. But yeah, he bought a second one last night, so I got it ready and sent it out this morning. Nice lot of picks. Yeah, these are all pink Topps Chrome refractor cards. So those are nice ones. I really like those. I showed him my video and oh, okay, nice. I showed him my video and he did it himself. Oh, okay. He decided he wanted to try and buy some of those. Well, that is really cool. I really do appreciate that. Just got a call from somebody. I have to see who it is after we are done. So now we've got some Seattle Mariners that will go with my Corey Seager there. We got an Austin Nola with the Seattle Mariners. Just a Topps Chrome card. And this one, is this a refractor? Yeah, that one's a refractor, the sepia. They call them the sepia type cards. And then there's the Austin Nola. And here is a Kyle Seager, regular Topps Chrome. Same one as this prior one here. But this is the base. I guess this is the base chrome, and then this is the sepia chrome. Pretty cool there. And now we've got, it looks like, some more Seattle Mariners. Let's see what we've got here now from Ethan and his... We got a Jake Fraley with the Seattle Mariners rookie card for the Panini Donruss. Then who do we got here? We got a Daniel Vogelback. He likes sending me some extra Mariners along the way. The Daniel Vogelback and the Austin Nola rookie card. The Austin Nola rookie card. And then it looks like we got a D. Gordon Immaculate. A D. Gordon. Oh, my word. We got to. Oh, my word. Ethan. Well, I don't know. I guess it'll probably go on this one. Guess I'll have to put that in there until I get my smaller ones. But that's an immaculate collection. D. Gordon, 23 out of 49. Appreciate that there, Ethan. I think he sent me some bonus cards, that's for sure. I don't think I bought all these, but I think I bought a few of them from his sale. Then who do we got here? An Austin Nola. 55 out of 245 for Topps rookie card. Big Time Breaks. It's got a Big Time Breaks on the seal there. This is a Topps 2020 product from Big Time Breaks. I'm not familiar with Big Time Breaks, but nonetheless, that's an autograph for a rookie card for Austin Nola. And then who do we got here? Randy Johnson. Oh my word, look at this one. Randy Johnson. I wonder why he gave me this one. Arizona Diamondbacks. I would probably give this one to, probably end up sending this Kevin's way. But we'll see down the road here. Possibly. Because it has Mariners one year when he was with the Astros, the Diamondbacks, the Yankees, the Diamondbacks, and then the Giants. Back in the day. It's the SP. Oh yeah, it is a 115, isn't it? That's an, oh, okay. I got to add that into my SP collection then. That is cool. The Randy Johnson, I don't think I've got one of those SPs. And last but not least, oh man. Oh, the Optic Kyle Lewis rated rookie card. Number 56. I think I might have a couple of those Kyle Lewises. But that will go in my Kyle Lewis collection for sure. And this is a 2020 short print. My word there. Ethan, appreciate that very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for the catch on that one. I probably would have checked it if I would have thought to look on the back. 115 for the SPs. Appreciate that. So now at least I know that's an SP. That'll go in my SP collection. 354. Thanks. Now I know why that odd card was in there. It's an SP. All right, we got 6 people watching, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up here. Let me get ready to turn my camera around real quick. Say my signature goodbye for the day. Unless anyone else has any questions in the stream while we're here. It is 12:09. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to turn my camera around real quick. Say my signature goodbye in the channel. Oh, not that one. Not that one. There we go. Back up a little bit here. I'm always too close to the camera when I'm doing the other stuff. I forget I should back up before I turn the camera around. But this is Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame Veterans, Sports Cards, and Collectibles, having been live to you for the start of a brand new week. Having had the baseball player biography for Cal Ripken Jr. in honor of his 60th birthday yesterday. But I was off yesterday, so that I thought about recording it. I was like, no, I'm going to do it for my live on Tuesday. So I did my mini collection review, and then after that we did a family mail call package from Ethan's Elvis covers and more. I got a link in the description of this video for Ethan's channel in case you're not familiar with him. So everybody that's out there, Criterium Racer, Matty G, Cards in My Car with Art Posada, Sam's Sport Shop, Kevin's Car Collecting and more, Cardinals Fan 1990, and everybody else that made it in this morning. Thank you all for popping by and spending some time with me on the start of this new week. Tomorrow we will have our 2002 baseball card set we're going to go through. Gonna keep going through the top set. Tomorrow will be 2002. So other than that, y'all have a great day. Have a wonderful day. Lord bless you, and we will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good day, okay? Bye now. Take care.